Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropi. In today's video, first I'm going to start off today by saying thank you. Thank you to all you people who have responded to our call to try and get some help to the Ukrainian mixed race orphans out there in East Ukraine. Guys, I was very surprised and very happy with the response. I wasn't expecting it. I know it's always doom and gloom on this channel because I normally talk about scam artists in our arena, but guys, this was a beautiful thing to see. I've had a lot of people who have emailed me and asked me how they could help. I have even had many people emailing me asking me for my PayPal or my GoFundMe, and I'm telling them, well, okay, I can take money from you, but what am I going to use it for? So I've declined it. I have largely declined the cash because in reality, I'm trying to find these kids. And unless I'm thinking of taking a journey to either Russia, which is impossible at this time, or to the Ukraine, which is extremely dangerous, or to the border regions, but the border is 1,000 miles long, I don't need money. I don't need money. The only tool I need are two things, the internet and time. These are the two main things that you need at this present moment. You could even do with some manpower, because the more people you have, the better chances you have of reaching your goal, of finding these kids, of helping Africans, of doing whatever you needed to do. The last thing you need is money. So I was watching a YouTube video on a channel called The Fresh Prince of Wakanda. I've mentioned his channel before. So he had stumbled on a GoFundMe page, which had been started by a charitable organization called Black Women for Black Lives. Have any of you guys heard of this organization before? I know I haven't. I watched this video and he started asking questions. Take a listen to this.
Today I'm going to be looking at a very serious issue, one that needs scrutiny and needs explaining, and that is, have scammers invaded the current chaos going on in Ukraine? The reason I'm asking that is, as we know, there has been a catastrophe looming, mass refugee evacuations in the Ukraine following the armed conflicts they're having with the Russians. And we have all seen the videos where African students had allegedly been victimized or treated, badly, racially profiled, and denied access to trains, being pulled off trains and buses, and told they have to walk to the borders. As deplorable as that situation is, what comes next is equally deplorable in my mind. I have come across a couple, actually was forwarded to me, a PayPal / GoFundMe fundraiser, and these people had raised about close to 100,000 British pounds, which is about 140,000, give or take, 140,000 US dollars in the space of 3 days. Now, this money is allegedly, supposedly, to be used to evacuate Afro-Caribbean students, so Africans and Caribbean students. Sounds like a great idea, until I went looking to find out, well, now you've got the money, how are you going to execute this plan of yours? There is no website, publicly accessible website. There is no phone number. There is no process in place for these alleged students to register, who need help to be able to facilitate them getting their hands on the money to help them get back home. And I'm just lost for words.
So he had some doubts about the organization itself. So I started doing a bit more research into them as well, just to find out just who these people are. £150,000 has been raised so far, which is great. It's absolutely amazing, but quite typical of the black community. But apparently, black women for Black Lives need £150,000. To do what exactly? What are they going to do with that money? Who is this organization? Who are the people who are running this organization? And can you trust this organization? Is this money going to be used for what it is supposed to be used for? Well, we're going to try and answer these questions today. First, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon, link in the description. I'm also going to invite you to please follow the Oversight channel, the channel that is there to help you to invest on the African continent both safely and securely. Link also in the description. Guys, you remember what happened in Haiti, the earthquake, the president being assassinated. There's been a lot happening in Haiti. One thing that is synonymous with all these bad things that happen in these really poor countries, there are always people there waiting like vultures to take advantage of those vulnerable people. What is happening in Ukraine is no different. The upheaval of millions of people from a huge country like Ukraine. I mean, Kyiv is the size of New York City. It is a massive metropolitan city. So when you get that type of upheaval, you will get people standing on the sidelines waiting for their opportunity to take advantage of anyone that they feel like they can take something from. If you've been watching this channel for any significant amount of time, you'll know that there are plenty of people in our community who do not care about us, but do care about what's in our wallets and purses. They do care about the money we have, and they do care about taking it off us one way or another. They normally play on our heartstrings. They going for the emotional sale. It's very easy to manipulate somebody's emotions. And seeing what is happening in the Ukraine with the Africans trying to escape and being discriminated against, that does play on the heartstrings of those African people, both in the diaspora and on the African continent. So it's really important that now more than ever, we have some oversight on the people who are asking you for money. And one of those organizations who are asking you for your money is Black Women for Black Lives. This organization was started up, a few weeks ago. In fact, it started up about a week after the Ukraine crisis actually started. So this organization is absolutely new, and it has been built primarily for one purpose, and that is to help those people, those African people who are trying to escape Ukraine, to get across the border and to get back home. But there are a few things about this organization which just doesn't sit well with me. One of those things is oversight. Now, this is a British organization, okay? So it should be registered in the UK. If you're receiving money, you need to be registered somehow, some way in the country in which you reside. Oh, we are talking about the United Kingdom. I think it's important we start with the three founders of the organization. Now, the first one is Patricia Daly. She has a nice picture on the website, but if you go to her Instagram and open it, it's private, which is really strange for somebody who runs an organization which is supposed to be as transparent as possible. So I did a quick search for barristers under the name of... Now, if she is a barrister in the United Kingdom, it is very easy to find out whether she is a barrister. You can quickly look that up online on the government website. I did a quick search and yeah, there is no such barrister by the name of Patricia Daly. So straight away, even with the first person that we've just checked up, we're starting to have some problems. The second founder is Tokumbo Koki, who is a self-professed culture curator, social worker, and award-winning entrepreneur. Now, I went to her Instagram, and right there on her Instagram, red flags straight away. And it doesn't take much research, actually. I want you to take a look at what I found. I found this screenshot. It's a screenshot from ITV News. I know this news channel very well. It's from the UK. And of course, they're an independent broadcaster in the UK. And it looks like they have been promoted by this news channel. and it says over £24,000 raised for African and Caribbean students fleeing the Ukraine after reports of racism at the border, which is really funny, because what I did was I took a look, and the date that this came out was on the 27th of February. I took a look on the 27th of February on ITV News's stream. Nothing like this was posted. So I thought, oh, maybe it was the day before or the day before that. No such post had been created before, which means this post here has been completely fabricated. Now, the thing is that you're not going to check this up. Most people aren't going to check this, okay? This is why you watch my channel, guys. You watch my channel so I can check things like this. Now, the last person we're going to look at is a woman by the name of Corinne Sky. Now, she is a student in the Ukraine, and I was looking at her Instagram and she seems to be doing well. She is, of course, a student doctor. She's followed by my old school friend as well, which is really good. She has 10,000 subscribers. She seemed to be living a pretty good life out there in the Ukraine as a student doctor. And it doesn't look like she wants for anything. She looks good and she looks like she is doing well. She apparently has just got a new apartment in the Ukraine, which is really sad to see because clearly she won't be living there anymore. She had to escape like everybody else. Now, I didn't find much out about her. I didn't find anything to suggest that she is a scam artist or anything like that. Only that she is one of the people who is running this organization, this unregistered organization. Now, for me, guys, this is scary because the website looks legit. Everything looks legit. These women look totally legitimate. They are all black and beautiful and smart, intelligent women. Okay, so these are women that you're going to want to help regardless, one way or another. But you've got to remember, guys, this is a war, and every single country that had a significant amount of people inside the Ukraine have offered their help. They don't need anybody to help them go across the border or to move through the Ukraine. There is nothing you can do at this current moment to help anybody to cross that border. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. All you can do is help them once they have crossed the border to get to their place, either of refuge or get on an airplane and get back home. So I thought I would DM all three of these people and ask them why. What is this £150,000 going to be spent on? Needless to say, I didn't get a response. So it's a combination of everything. The fact that these students are being helped anyway, the fact that there isn't much money can do at this present moment, that tells me that you should be wary of this organization. There is no oversight. There is nobody who is watching where this money is going, where it's coming from and where it's going. There is zero transparency. There is just a group of women who are asking you for money, and once they've taken that money, you don't know what they're doing with it. They're not showing any receipts. There are no people coming online and telling people, oh, this organization, Black Women for Black Lives, they helped me to cross the border. They helped me to get my flight back to Nigeria. God bless them. No one's heard of this organization. I haven't heard of this organization. And the reality is this organization has been set up just at a time where there were a lot of black people who needed a lot of help. So, guys, something tells me that you need to be careful. I'm not going to tell you to not give these people money. I might be wrong. But everything is telling me from the outside, like I have told you again and again and again, you should never give money to any organization where there is no oversight. So while I would say to you, hey, it's your money, I would always say to you, please be careful of anyone who's asking you for your money if you don't know where they're going to be spending it. Until the next time, please think twice. Ta-ra a bit.